All right. Welcome back to the channel. So it has been just a little while since I've done an unboxing and an install. So this summer I had a goal that there was 2 things that I wanted to do to the Ryker before the start of summer. And I think I accomplished that goal today. So let's go ahead, let's see what's inside, and let's get to this unboxing. So for this, we're gonna use one of my most favorite knives, a CRKT. Very nice skeletonized blade, one of my favorites. We're gonna get this big boy open. Let's get to it. That is the first cut. Yo, I'm so excited for this. Let's see what we got. Wow. There we go. And what is inside the box? Let's get rid of some of this tissue. I've been super excited. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Not really sure what to get, but I decided on this particular brand. So let me get everything out the package and talk about this a little bit more. So as you can see, there were 2 things that I wanted to do for the summer for the Ryker. I wanted a tune and I wanted the exhaust. I like the bike with the stock exhaust. However, I think it's just a little too quiet. I rode around with some other folks who have a really nice exhaust note on their bike, and I'm like, shoot, I gotta do it. So this exhaust is from Silber Turbo. It should weigh about 14 pounds versus the stock exhaust, which is gonna weigh about 24 pounds. So you get a weight reduction with this and a really nice sound. Then we have the tuner, and then we're gonna get the tune with the exhaust. And that should add another 5 horsepower. So all in all, you get 5 from the pipe, 5 from the tune. So you get about 10 horsepower plus a weight reduction with the pipe. With the exhaust, all that came with it was the bolt. So you get a new bolt, new hardware there, but it's going to utilize the OEM springs. And that's where the springs go here. And then of course with the tuner, looks like you get some instruction manuals, parts, thing. You get the OBD port plug. You of course get the scanner. Looks like you get some more, what's that, a USB, mini USB. Get some things to stick it with. Get a nice warranty card, alcohol pad, and you get the Dyno Jet decal. Oh, looks like you get 2 of them. Nice. So that'd be pretty cool to put on the bike just to have it on there. So yeah, this was actually a set. So on the Silber Turbo website, you can get this as a set. This is the power set that came with, again, the exhaust, the tuner, and this ran me somewhere roughly around $700. They have another set where you can get the air intake to come with this. It would have added about another $150, and I think altogether it'd been a little over $950 for that. But this is the power set. Get off his website, and yeah, pretty straightforward. So I'm ready to really get this pipe on. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so here is the Ryker. She's looking gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and do a cold start. Keep in mind, I'm in the garage. So it's gonna sound a little bit louder in the garage, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a cold start in the garage. I'm gonna pull the bike out, get it set up. I'm gonna probably do another, maybe a warmer start just so you can hear the exhaust again. Then we'll do the pipe install, and then we'll see what it all sounds like. So let's go ahead, let's get her started. So hopefully this is a very straightforward process. I haven't done this before, but I've seen plenty of videos. It's not very hard to do. So in order to pull off the exhaust, there's a bolt here. And then underneath the bike, as you guys can see, there's also two springs. So this is the one that you see. This is on the right side. There's one also on the left side. So you need to have something to actually pull the spring off. So as you see, I don't recommend this. I had a zip tie, which was the first thing that I could grab. There's a couple of options that you can use. So I know you can use like a shoestring. And what I actually ended up getting was a piece of leather strap that I had for another application that I used, which ended up working for me the best. They also have a spring puller that you could order. I know you can get one off of Amazon, probably get one from an auto parts store or something like that. But I definitely recommend you finding something other than a zip tie. Like I said, it was something that I tried. I actually was able to get it off with the zip tie. But on the left side, it seemed to be more challenging. So I needed something longer so I could get a little bit more leverage and torque on it. So I ended up going with that longer strap. So that's what you're seeing here. I did get it off with the zip tie though. All right, you guys. So as you see the bolt there, this is actually a 15mm ratchet. So all you need is just simple hand tools. Nothing super special is required. And I'm gonna show you how I took off the spring. So I took one off and I actually just used a zip tie. So I'm gonna show you that trick here in just a second. I'm gonna get this bolt off. So I've got this nut really loose right now. I'm gonna show you here. So I've got my exhaust really loose. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the other spring off, and then I'll go ahead and get the remainder of the bolt. All right, so now that we got the other spring off, we'll go on ahead and finish taking off this exhaust. Oh yeah, it's starting to really calm down. Yeah. And there we have it. So for comparison, I mean, look at the size of this damn exhaust. This is your stock exhaust. Look at the size of it. And when I was moving it over here, it is every bit of 24 to 30 pounds. It is a heavy ass exhaust. This one right here, definitely much lighter weight, a lot more streamlined, much nicer. And I'm really hoping it's gonna give me that sound that I'm looking for. Check this. So easy. So easy. This thing is massive. It is stupid heavy. You can still pick it up, but it is stupid heavy compared to this lightweight. So I'm ready to go ahead and get this bad boy on so we can get to the tune. Pretty much the exact same process. We're gonna bolt her on, then we'll go ahead and put the springs on. So hopefully that doesn't give us too much trouble. All right, you guys, so this is how we're looking so far. Look at that, that looks awesome. Silber turbos. I have the bolt back in place. Thing to keep in mind with this exhaust, this may be the same with some other exhausts, but the original hardware, the original bolt, it actually bolts into the exhaust. So let me show you. This one actually bolts into the exhaust versus the new bolt is actually a little bit smaller and it has its own nut, which I'll show you. Let's get up under the bike. So it has its own nut. So you have to tighten up your exhaust like this. The second thing to think about is if we come around to the other side, once we've taken the exhaust off, there's actually a gasket at the end of your exhaust right here. There's a gasket right here. That's rubber. You need to make sure that that's back in place. If it's not, you'll probably have an exhaust leak and it'll sound like shit. The third thing that I've noticed is you see where you need to hook up your spring. You got a long way to go with this little ass spring. So that might be a little bit of a challenge, but we'll see what we can do. All right, y'all, so here we are 48 hours later. It took me a while. I was kind of doing this at night as well. It came in on the 15th. Instead of waiting, I went on ahead and just started working on it. And yeah, 48 hours later. So kind of what took me a while was getting the left side spring on. So it seemed like I was able to get the right side spring on very, very easy. But for some reason, it seemed like the left spring, you know, the connection point was so much further away. And then also, I think what I had did wrong, I left the bike up on my ramps. It was slanted backwards, so it was just making it tougher for me. So once I put the bike down, it actually took me about, I don't know, a lot of willpower in about 15 minutes, and I was able to finally secure the left side spring. And as you heard, it does sound really, really good. So I have an update on this exhaust. I'm gonna ride around with it a little bit longer. I have some good things about it that I want to say, but I just want to ride along with it a little bit more before I really give you the details on this Silber Turbo exhaust. So again, you heard it crank up. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a cold, not a cold start, but just a crank up again, because I was riding, just left the gym. So I'm gonna crank it up again and let you hear it. Give it a couple little revs and let you really kind of hear what this thing sounds like. We are in open air. It's a beautiful day too, but we're in open air, so we're definitely gonna see what it's like with the open experience. So hang on tight. So all in all, the install, the sound, everything, for those who maybe not so mechanically inclined like myself, it's a bit challenging just because you're it's a bit awkward. Trying to get the exhaust up and getting the bolts out, getting the springs out. So, you know, if you're kind of like me, you just got regular normal tools and, you know what I'm saying, regular normal equipment, you know, trying to make it do what it do. It is a bit challenging, but it's not undoable. So don't allow that to discourage you, because it's just a nice experience to do this yourself. So definitely enjoying the exhaust right now. It's a bit to get used to, but again, I'm gonna have a full review on this exhaust here at a later time. But for now, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. And Ryker fam, it's about summertime, baby. We in here and we out.